Hello fellow dragons, it's Shane from Astral Dragon Gaming and it's review time. Today's review is Sojourn, which is basically a puzzle game where you journey through a story that has no vocals, has nothing about it, but has a strange mystical quality that is interesting. And look, it falls right in the genre of many games that I've played in the time. Portal and Cube and a whole list of other games. They're all sort of a bizarre sort of puzzly structure that have a story, but at the same time it's a journey, it's an understanding of what you're going through. It's no the walking simulator of Edith Finch or anything like that, but at the same time this game is its own right something else. It's currently out on Epic. I do apologise everyone. I think it's coming to consoles and whatnot, and it's a fabulous looking game, so let's have a look-see. Graphically, it's a simple game. It's very detailed, but not overly detailed. It has that whole sort of cell shading design, but at the same time, the 3D models and everything are massively designed and really have a diversity and an individuality of how they're created. There's nothing super home to write home about here, but at the same time the physics, movement and the absolute attention to detail to how the rocks look, how you're walking up a flight of stairs and it looks worn, it looks like it's had a low time, like there's no dirt or grime or anything here, but it's just looks so clean, and yet at the same time so much time has passed in this place. And it's very interesting to look at it when you see this entirety of it, and I really do like it. It gives me that sense of wonder, sense of questioning. The other thing that's truly interesting is how when you go from section to section, it actually forms itself, like pulling bricks out of nowhere and building up the objects and everything. And I just love that whole sort of sequencing design. The puzzles are a little on the hard side for some people, I would think. For me, not that hard. It's a really simple game. You might spend 10 minutes sort of scratching your head about where to place one piece or how to move one piece and move yourself and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's not going to kill you or anything. But graphically, how they've sort of laid out the story of this journey of a family and their child and what they're going to do with the child over time is an extraordinary sort of sensation. And it's illustrated by these sort of dioramas of each of the characters sort of standing still at sections in the game, progressing the story forward and making you question about different things. And having a visual sort of novel design like that while you're trying to solve puzzles, and the puzzles in themselves are representations of philosophical understandings and looking into the deeper meaning of what it is to be a person, what it is to walk through the world and doing something. If you do nothing, your life is meaningless, but if your life is meaningless, why do you exist? And so on and so forth. It's very zen, it's extremely over the top at times, but overall it's fantastically designed, and really the attention to details to all of this is great. The water, how it moves, how the wind sort of affects any fabrics or anything like that, and even just you as a person wandering around this sort of abstract world, and you have real physics, you have real sort of movements, and there are two sort of worlds where you have the normal world you live with, and then there's the enlightened world, the world that is awakened or in tune with all existence, and you only can use a certain amount of time for that. And I love how they've done that sort of diversity of colour and the sudden stark change between the real world and the awakened world. And yeah, just overall, Sound wise, the music is very peaceful, it's very calming, it is a serene kind of game design. I like the serenity in this game. It's very peaceful. Like, yes, you'll be screaming at the screen at one point or another, saying, where the hell do I put this piece? Or where the hell am I supposed to go now? Or how do I solve this damn puzzle? And you might get very frustrated in those little points in time. But at the same time, it is overcomable. It is over a period of time that you will move past these and understand where you're going and how you're achieving these different things. I love just the overall sound of it, and music wise. Sound wise, yeah, it's there. There are lovely sounds here and there, but this is not really one of those games where sound is a super big thing. There are things that creak and click and whatnot, and you'll know them by visual cues, but other than that, it's the music that really sells this game. There's no voice, so, you know, you work with what you got. It's not supposed to be a superb game, it's not supposed to be the game that changes your world. It's supposed to be a game that's an expression of thought and understanding. And the music really highlights how this entire thing is a meditative process. It's not so much a devious plan that's been designed by some game developer that thought, I want to screw with people's minds. It's not Portal or anything like that, which really messes with your mind if you're not careful. Now, a bit about the game and how it all works. The game is pretty damn simple. You are tasked with completing rooms each time. The basic idea is you use your ability to go into the waking world, which is a monochrome blue and white world, and move these objects around that allow you to teleport between one point and another. Other items are added as you progress through the game, such as powering gems, a harp that will repair things for a short period of time, gates that can only be opened if you put things in a certain place, duplicate makers, all sorts of little puzzle things that slowly gets expanded out over time. And, it's really good. It's nice pacing, it's a simple pacing, and also you don't get bored. What you get is that nagging feeling of, I want to find out what comes next, where is the next thing. And as you get to newer and newer sections, it expands as it does that. And I really do love this about this game. It's a nice, simple game, but at the same time, there is a level of complexity that fills that little void inside you when you want these kind of games that just give you this uplifting feeling. And I really find this game gives you that. And, it's a really nice game. It's not overly expensive. And, if you're in for a puzzle game and you just want to sit down and just enjoy yourself in a sort of surreal place and try and nut out a puzzle or nut out what a story is, this game is great. There's no flashy things, there's no quick time events, there's no sudden you must complete the world quest or anything like that. No, there is a nice peaceful movement through this, and I love these games. It is one of those kind of genre of games that is not for everyone, but for the people that are into it, they really do enjoy these simple games that just give them that piece of harmony. Like, we're not all Borderlands 3 players, we're not all Doom players, we're not all, I got the latest Tomb Raider game, or something like that. Sometimes it's nice to have a palate cleanser that just frees up your mind and gives you something different. Like Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is a great game. For anyone that's out there that hasn't played Stardew Valley, please get off your ass and get a copy. It's cheap, it's easy to get to, you can play it with friends, and it's a great game as well. So, thank you very much for listening to my review. I hope you found this informative and it's helped you with your understanding of whether you want this game or not, and I will catch you on the next video.